All right, we have two intersecting secants. Okay, secants go all the way through the circle. They are not chords, they're secants. Okay, the measure of angle 1. Okay, what it is it's 1/2 the sum of the intersecting arcs. Okay, so if we're going angle 1, okay, it's 1/2. Okay, and then the sum of the intersecting arcs. So the intercepted arcs for angle 1 are, what do you mean AND? AD is an arc, so the measure of arc AD plus the measure of arc, which other one does angle 1 intercept? BC. Okay. So then if we're going with angle 2, it's the same thing, only it's different arcs this time. So we've got 1/2 the measure of arc AB this time, plus the measure of arc DC this time, yep. All right, so if we are finding AED, so this guy right here, right? What's my formula? 1/2 the measure of arc AD, which is 45 plus 109, yep. So you're taking 45 plus 109, hitting enter. You're probably going to want your calculators. What is it, Paige? 77 degrees. Okay, make sure we're labeling this stuff. If we're finding the measure of angles and the measure of arcs, you've got to label them with degrees. Okay, so this one we're looking for STR. So we're looking for this angle right here, right? So do I have the two intercepted arcs? Yep. So 1/2 of what? 112 plus 186, yep. 149? 149 what? Degrees, good. All right. Now they want YWX. So they want this angle right here. Do I have enough information to get that angle? Not quite. Which angle can I get though? Yeah, I could get this guy that's right next to it, right? So let's get him. 1/2 times plus, and that guy gives us 62. So if he's 62, how do I get the one next to him?
180.
Because it makes a linear pair, right? Remember linear pairs? Linear pairs add up to 180. So we got to go 180 minus 62, and we get 118 degrees. All right, now we're looking for an arc. We're looking for this guy right here. Okay, so let's plug it into our formula. The angle, which is what? 62 equals, what's my formula?
74.
No, what's my formula? 1/2 times 74 plus x, because we don't know what that is. But remember, it's not 74x, it's 74 plus x. Okay, how do I get rid of this 1/2?
By 2.
Times each side by 2. So we get 124 equals, these cancel. No, 74 plus x. Those cancel if I multiply by 2. That's how it gets rid of my 1/2. So now how do I solve this? Minus 74. X equals 50 degrees. All right, so they want CDE. So we would do this one the same way, right? Okay, let's look at number 6. Look at 6. Okay, they want QT. Somebody tell me how we're going to find that. Well, but do we have enough information to set it up right now? Or do we need to find some other stuff? We need to find this one, right? Or this one, either one. Because they're going to be the same. One what? 101. How'd you get 101? 180 minus 79, yep. Because those are going to be your linear pair.
So that's the answer?
No, because we haven't found QT yet. We just found the angle, right? So now we have to set it up. So what is my angle?
101.
So 101 equals 1/2 95 plus x. Okay, so what do I have next? 202 equals 95 plus x. So now what? Subtract 95. 107 degrees. Because 79 has to do with QR and ST. So we want the intercepted arcs with QT would be this angle right here. Okay? All right. If your intersection is on the circle, so if you have a tangent and a secant, okay, that's not the right one. Okay, now you have the measure of angle 1. Okay, its intercepted arc is still BA. I'm kind of BA, but. So 1/2 the measure of arc BA. Maybe I should go AB, but. Nah, what fun is that? Okay, so then the measure of angle 2 is going to be 1/2 the measure of arc BCA. So it's whole big arc. Okay, so DEG, this angle right here, intercepts what arc? Which arc? Well, DG, so D, but remember DG, D isn't even on the circle, so that's not an arc. What'd you say? EG, but time out. EG is just this arc right here. It's the little arc. Do I want the little angle? Okay, remember if you're talking about an angle or an arc that's more than 180, how many letters do you need? 3 letters, so it would be G, H, E. Okay, you have to go in the order that you want it. It's 308, yep. So then what's my angle? What do I have to do with that 308? No, you just divide it by 2, because it's 1/2 the measure of the arc. And what do we get? 154 degrees. We just talked about the formula.
Wait, so, I know you said this, but, like, why didn't we go EH? Was it because something about right?
Because EGH would include this part right here. And it would EGH only goes from here to G to H. It would just be that part right there. That's not what it's intercepted by the arc.
Oh, I see now.
Okay? You got to go by what's included in it. Okay? And so this is the part that gets intercepted. Well, D and F has to do with the angles. F, E, G, and D, E, G, because the D has to do with the angle. It doesn't have to do with the circle, it has to do with the angle. Right? Okay, so DBC is this angle right here, right? Okay, but do I have the intercepted arc? I don't have the intercepted arc. Can I find the intercepted arc?
Yes.
How? Yeah, because this whole circle is what? 360. This arc is 192, so this arc has to be 360 minus 192, which is, that's all? 184. Oh my gosh, who employed you people? 168, 360 minus 192. Okay, and now how do I find the angle? Yep, divide it by 2 or multiply it by 1/2. DBC is what? 84 degrees. Okay, this time they want arc XY. They want this little tiny arc right here, which has to do with that little tiny angle. What is my angle? How can I find it? How did you get 29, Michael? Yeah, because this is 180 because it's a straight line. So you have to use some logic here on how to get some stuff. So then if I have 29 as my angle, how do I get my arc? Huh? Times by 2? Or divide by 2? Okay, when you're talking about a line, Aiden, it's 180. When you're talking about a circle, it's 360. Because circles make 360, lines make 180. So that's how you tell the difference between it. You multiplied by 2? Because to go from the angle to the arc, you multiply by 2. Since the whole time. Because if you're going from the arc to the angle, you divide by 2. So then you do the opposite. Come on, guys. It's Wednesday, I know. And now we're getting 3 more formulas. Guys, what's the commotion? Like I said, you're not going to have very much time to work if we're going to sit and talk. What?
Well, I was confused, like Aiden said, like the 360 and 180 stuff.
The line equals 180. So when we're dealing, but guys, if you're dealing with this, you have, this makes a line, yes? Okay, and you know that this angle is 151. This angle and this angle form a what? A line. So you're dealing with 180. Because a line, a straight angle, equals 180. linear pairs equal 180, right? So when you're dealing with arcs, arcs have to do with circles, and circles equal 360, right? Okay. So you got to know what you're dealing with. Circles or lines, angles or arcs. All right. You okay? You. Yeah. All right. Exterior angles. Okay. So on these, okay, so on this one, if you look at this one, it was on the circle, right? Okay. Half of the arcs, right? Interior, when the intersection is on the interior, what did we do with the arcs? We added them. All right. If your intersection or your angle is on the outside of the circle, you're going to subtract. Okay? You have to make sure, though, that you subtract big arc minus small arc. So the measure of A is going to be, meh. Calm down. I don't like that color for this. 1/2 the measure of, what's my big arc? CE minus the measure of, what's my little arc? BD. Okay, same thing with this. 1/2 the measure of, what's my big arc? DB or BD, either one. Minus, what's my little arc? BC. Okay, so that means this one's 1/2 the measure of, what's my big? Well, it's going to be BDC or CDB, one or the other. But since it's more than half the circle, it's got to be 3 letters. So BDC minus, what's my little one? BC. I know. All right, so they want KLM, which is this angle right here, right? So it's 1/2. What's my big arc? 140 minus little arc? 6 to 6. Mm-hmm. 37 degrees. All right, take a look at number 11. What are we missing? Well, okay, yep, the angle, but also the big arc. Do I have enough information to find the big arc? Okay, since I'm looking for an arc, am I using 360 or 180? 360, so 360 minus 62 minus 88. What do we have left over? 210? All right, now I can find my angle. Okay, so now 1/2 of 210 minus 62, 74 degrees. We don't have our little arc. Can I find my little arc? How?
360 minus 313.
Why are you using 360? Okay. Did you see the look on his face? So what is my little arc? 47. I thought he was going to cry. So 1/2 of what? What? 313 minus 47 gives us 133? 133 degrees. All right, let's go to 14.
Yo, what about 13?
Well, 13 is the same as the rest of them. Okay, I'm trying to give you guys a little bit of time to work here. All right, we're looking for SW. Looking for this guy. Formula, how am I going to find it? What's my angle? What's my angle? 40 equals 1/2. Now here's the kicker. Big X minus small. 75. Be careful to what order you go in.
Big first.
Always big first. Okay, so we get 80 equals X minus 75. Then what do I have to do? Add 75. X equals 155 degrees. Yes, ma'am. Big minus little. Okay, because it's always big arc minus little arc. Okay, so when you're looking at when they give you big arc, be careful, because now what's my angle? 56 equals 1/2. What's big? 160 minus X. So 112 equals 160 minus X. So now what do I have to do? Minus 160. I get negative 48 equals negative X. Okay, so you are not going to get negatives for this, because if negative X equals negative 48, what's X equal? 48 degrees. So be careful with that.